I guess the idea of God pursuing us and how He is faithful and we stray so far and He never lets us get too far away without bringing us back to Him and catching up with us and making us.
Awesome. Thank you. Round of applause for, I'm sorry, what was your name?
Mariah.
Okay, round of applause for Mariah. God, why did you do this to me? I just try to stand on my own 2 feet and go about life, and it's so wrought with the different pain and strife that fills my own soul. If only I had control. If only I had the ability to say, well, okay, this is the way that I'm going to live my day, and no matter what you say, to my own dismay, I will say nay. It's really not important that way. I want the ability to make my own decisions, be in my own position, get everyone to listen, and then I'll live out my life and people will say, man, that kid was right. But here I am, both of my legs broken, like a child that didn't really know how to stay on all 3 wheels for his tricycle. Like a child that decided that he wasn't ready for the training wheels he rode on his bicycle. Like the child that said, okay, if I'm in a position to be my own God, don't call me a fatalist or a catalyst. This is something that I insist is part of my own identity. And so for the rest of eternity, my own choices determine my own fate. And that's the gambit that I'll take. The problem is it's hard to actually go anywhere in life, literally, physically, unidimensionally, when your legs have been broken. You try to take steps, one in front of the other, moving along the timeline of life, finding what it means to keep things together. But through every weather, we find that we actually aren't moving anywhere. And that in the timeline of life, we represent just a speck. Well, what the heck? If I have that speck, then I might as well use it for what everyone else is abusing it. To waste it on drugs, to waste it on sex. Or maybe the smaller things. Maybe just spending my Sunday morning sleeping in or watching TV instead of experiencing worship and all that it's meant to be. Maybe those thoughts that run through my head when I'm in class. Thinking about the things that will never last. Well, here I am. And I've tried to run as far away from you as possible. The good news is that I can't. Why? Because almost as its own token, my legs have been broken. And as I lay here, kicking and screaming and rolling about in my own blood, I realize exactly why I was there in the first place. And as my heart begins to race, I look up and see a new face. One that's filled with endless grace. And He begins to bandage and lace my legs. He picks me up and puts me on His shoulder. And He carries me back to where I belong. Because all along, I was the one who was wrong. And I return to the stable where the sheep lay and realize that I'm just another lamb. It's not easy to say. And as I join the rest of my flock, I realize exactly why God is on top. No matter what I did to try to escape my happy place, my safe human race, that God is blessed with endless grace. What I didn't know was just how relentless He would be. That He would be my shepherd and that He would pursue me. And that at the end of all that, no matter what pain may pursue, I know that my broken legs is just a reminder of what is true. That when God works within each and every single one of our lives, with everything that fills it, every pain and every strife, that He finishes with one last call, that you are in my flock, and to you I give my all. God is relentless, the way that he pursues me in my life. So thank God that I've gotten the opportunity to get my head screwed on right, and that the pain will only remind me of the one whom I must run to, because God's relentless nature is the only thing I know to be true. Thank you.